Oh, hey, before we start filming, I want to run to use the restroom. Don't eat my pie, or you'll be on the wrong side of history.
A phrase that's been being passed around a lot in the church and in politics and in social issues is the phrase, you're going to end up on the wrong side of history. Really, nobody wants to end up on the wrong side of history. And so it is a strong thing for somebody to say, because you don't want to be the person who was the segregationalist. You don't want to be the person who was against women's rights. You don't want to be the person who was pro-slavery. You don't want to be those people.
But when it comes down to it, it really is just an arrogant and empty form of bullying. You end up shutting down the conversation before it even has a chance to start. It's just, shut up, your ideas are so dumb, I'm not even going to grace it with a discussion. And I think a lot of that comes from the fact that there isn't a whole lot of thought behind those ideas. And there very well might be. It is a very good way to end a conversation before it starts, but that's really not how you change somebody's mind and how you create change and growth. So on that hand, it's empty, and it's really arrogant in the fact that the person saying it thinks that they know how history will progress.
Yeah.
That
it's linear.
It's a linear history. We used to be barbarians, and now we are all going to be civilized people, and as time progresses, we're just going to get better and better. And that's not how things go. Like, we go backwards, we go forwards. There are times in history that were really dark. There are really great intellectual times.
Right.
And times change, and it is absolutely not linear. You ate my pie. When everybody watches this video, they're gonna know you're the bad guy. You're the fat one.
Everybody has a belief, everybody has an opinion, but we need to make sure that our opinions and our beliefs are founded in some form of factual argument. We need to make sure that it's based on something out of history or something that's been proven, or even a really good argument, and not on a cultural talking point or something we've heard somewhere, but base it in something that's fact.
And once you've established that what you believe is right, whether it's on something, like, it's got to be on something solid.
Yeah.
And once you've decided that what I believe has solid backing, I have a good reason, it's not an emotional belief, then you need to fight for it. There is no reason to stop fighting for it unless either A, you die, or B, that you've been shown that your opinion is wrong. Like, if you've been convinced that you are wrong, then you need to stop fighting for it. Otherwise, you don't stop fighting for it. There are no lost causes. Even if your side is winning, you need to continue to fight for it to stay that way. And even if you are the only person, the last person in the whole world fighting for what you believe is right, you should not give up. And that's what the whole you're on the wrong side of history argument tries to do, is to get you to give up. Because really, that is the only way there is a true victory, is if no one is fighting for that cause, then you've given up. And T.S. Eliot wrote just on lost causes, and he says, if we take the widest and wisest view of a cause, there is no such thing as a lost cause, because there's no such thing as a gained cause. We fight for lost causes because we know that our defeat and dismay may be the preface to our successor's victory, though that victory itself may be temporary. We fight rather to keep something alive than in the expectation that it will triumph. So really what he's trying to say here is that even if you feel that your cause has won, there will always be someone fighting on the other side. So you continue to fight. And even if you feel that your cause is lost, you should still fight as long as you believe that it's right. Because if you can't win the day, then the person behind you will either be able to stand on your shoulders and continue the fight, or will be inspired to start up a new fight.
This is exactly where Elijah was in 1 Kings 19. He basically tells God, I'm the only one that's left. The prophets of Baal have killed everyone, and now they're coming to kill me too. And God still had a job for him, and he let him know that there's still a job for him. I mean, even the Israelites had turned away from God. They had turned away from everything that God told them to do. And so Elijah's now in a cave going, God, I'm it. I'm the only one that's left. And God still had a job for him to do.
So what should our response be to this, you're on the wrong side of history? Really, it comes down to you've got to not think of people with opposing views as, you know, the enemy with an evil agenda. They're a supervillain going to do evil things.
Yeah, they're humans. They're people with opinions. Just like you have formed your opinion, they have formed an opinion and have taken, hopefully, the time to trace it out, just like what we talked about.
I mean, they think that they're doing the right thing, too.
Yeah.
They're not trying to be evil. And really, when you draw this line in the sand and you try to shut down an argument before it starts and you don't want to hear someone else out, all you're doing is alienating people, and you won't cause change and you won't bring your cause further forward.
Yeah, it should all be in love.
It should all be in love. You should meet everybody with humility, have these discourses, try to convince people of your opinion. Whether or not you come to an agreement at the end, you still need to respect the people that you're talking to, even if you disagree with them.
Yeah, because otherwise there'll never be another conversation. It will be the end right there. And if you didn't win them over right there, you're never going to win them over.
And you've lost.
All right, guys, so as usual, like, share, subscribe, but above all else, start the conversation down in the comments.
We also have a class every Wednesday night at 7 at Cornerstone Christian Center, and the address is below. But it ends up being less of a class and more of a conversation like these videos.
So come check it out. We'd
Thanks
love
for
to
watching.
talk with you, and thanks for watching.